So we just got the reveal cinematic trailer for Assassin's Creed Shadows, previously known as Assassin's Creed Red. It's releasing 2024 November 15th, one day after my birthday. They released in fact two trailers, not just one. There's a developer commentary that Ubisoft released and they talk about interesting stuff in that as well. In today's video we're breaking down both. I'm letting you know what I think of the trailer and you let me know what you think. There's a lot to talk about because seems like most of the leaks that we heard about throughout the last year were actually true. And even though this is not a gameplay trailer, it is just a cinematic one, there is a lot to take away from it because most of the time Ubisoft likes to tease gameplay mechanics in their cinematic trailers, starting off with the return of guns in the game. We didn't have actual guns in the past 3 RPG games, but in this trailer we can see soldiers lining up and shooting guns, so we're gonna get back guns, muskets. Probably it's gonna be like what it was in Assassin's Creed 3, where NPCs line up in a line and shoot you all at once. So it's a new gameplay mechanic that will add more variety, and I think it will add a lot to the game, as well as a massive army behind these soldiers, which probably means that we're gonna have big battles, and it's not gonna be like Mirage, where most of the action takes place in little segments and no big battles. If I had to guess, it's not gonna be like the River Raid, it's gonna be more like what the Odyssey did, with the factions battling it out in a big battlefield. If I had to guess. There's a lot of establishing shots throughout the trailer that set up the story and the location, but what I'm mainly interested in is the gameplay segments or the action segments. First of all, we can see that the throwing knives are back, and in fact the main character throws away 3 throwing knives, so if I had to guess, I would say that's an ability that you can unlock. Also, as you can see, a big missing feature that's back is double assassination. We haven't had these since Syndicate as well. Most likely we're gonna get the tools back. I would love to have the tools and not have abilities like we had in the RPG series, and it seems like this is them answering that call. As well as, believe it or not, throwing stars. We have a picture in the Ubisoft store that shows the main woman character with throwing stars, not only throwing knives. Seems like there's gonna be more variety and a lot of weapon types to use, which is always appreciated. You can also see that she's using a special like scythe kind of weapon in this picture, which I'm not sure what the official name of it is, but it is a new weapon type that seems like it's fun to use. I hope that it's an actual weapon type and it's not like a utility ability or something that you use for movement. Speaking of weapon types, officially we are back to having more than one weapon type. This is not gonna be like Mirage. I thought the main character, the samurai, is only gonna have one sword, but we can see in the trailer that he uses a big blunt hammer thing. So I think it's safe to assume that weapon types are back. Hopefully it's the same system that was in Odyssey, that it gives you a lot of options to use and a lot of different weapon types to use. You can also see the main woman character using a sword as well, so there are more than one weapon type for both characters. And speaking of the difference between the characters, in the developer direct thing that they released, they mentioned that only the woman has a hidden blade, which I think people might have expected, but for me personally, I thought that the samurai as well is gonna have a hidden blade. But no, actually, if you wanna use a hidden blade and assassinate people, you're gonna have to play as the shinobi character, and the samurai seems like he's gonna be more of the action hurting people Viking style character. I think it's a more advanced version of what they had in Syndicate. My one and only concern is that we're gonna be forced into specific missions with specific characters. Hopefully that doesn't happen and we have our choice to play with whoever we want to, but we'll have to wait and see for that. We can't take away that from the trailer. But like I said, it's appreciated that we have variety, we have weapon types, we have unique animations. Each character seems to be their own, and it's not gonna be like Jacob and Evie, where I kinda mix them up because their moves are so similar, or Cassandra and Alexios, where you have to choose either this or that. It seems like both characters are gonna be playable, both characters are gonna have their own unique weapon styles and weapon fighting styles, and that is, I think, a big bonus because it just adds to the variety. And I also wanted to mention this weird animation that they use in the trailer where she seems to phase shift out of the danger. I don't know what this is because they did use normal dodges throughout the trailer, and this move that she does right here seems to be specifically pointed out as to be like supernatural, so I'm not sure where they're going with that. I don't know, maybe she has a link to the Isu storyline. We don't know that as of yet, but I think this specific dodge stands out compared to everything else in the trailer that's been realistic and very much grounded. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about is this shot where the main character seems to pick up a contract that she picks up and then she reads and gives it to the other samurai character and then he reads. So I think this is them telling us that you can choose contracts Probably it's gonna be like daily missions or whatever, and then you can choose which character you wanna fight this contract with. I think this is a hint to how the system is gonna work, that you pick up a mission and then you can choose which character to handle the mission with, which is a great idea in my opinion. And I just want to say this trailer looks amazing, the music is great, Ezio's family in the end is also a very nice touch, and I love all of the things about this trailer, and there's a lot to talk about in the coming months, and it just got me even more hyped to this game because, I mean, come on, Assassin's Creed in Japan is what we all wanted, and I think it's gonna be amazing if it has ray tracing, a big open world. It's gonna be basically Ghost of Tsushima 2.0. So I can't wait. This trailer has been more informative than I expected, but still we have a lot of unanswered questions that I cannot wait to find out more about, probably the Ubisoft Direct next month. Let me know what you think of the trailer. Is there anything I missed that you noticed? Let me know everything down in the comments. Tell me what you think of the game. Are you excited like me? If you're interested in more Assassin's Creed stuff, check out the channel. There's videos on your screen right now. Like, subscribe, do the YouTube stuff. And as always, thank you for watching and have a nice day.